Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. We were all shoveling or firing up the snowblower this morning for the latest snowfall. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for more on those totals and what to expect going forward.
Yeah, and it was another pretty soggy, kind of heavy, wet, clingy snow. We've had a couple of those storms so far this winter, so a little more work on the back than typically we'd expect for a snowstorm during the month of January, when we tend to get some of our drier snows. And we still have some light snow falling in spots, including here in downtown La Crosse. So where you see the blues on the roads here, that's partially covered roadways. So watch for some slick spots, and also the roads that were wet from the daytime with temperatures dropping below freezing, those could ice up in spots as well. So watch those roads tonight, even for that Friday morning commute as well. A little radar tour showing right along Interstate 90, a little band of snow showers. In fact, pretty intense one just to the south and east of Tomah over towards, say, Juneau and Adams counties. Lighter showers of snow back towards La Crosse and even up towards Winona. A little closer look shows pretty much all of La Crosse County in that snow shower activity as we speak. Now, it's not going to last all that long, but again, that's just going to kind of add to the chance of slick roads that we've already been dealing with for much of the day. Otherwise, some lighter snow showers and flurries continue to pivot around that area of low pressure, which is departing off to our east. Current temperatures upper 20s to lower 30s. So again, not a lot of cold air with this system and not a lot of cold air behind it either. So light snow or flurries until about midnight or shortly after, maybe 1 or 2 a.m. at the latest. Otherwise cloudy and blustery tonight, 24 for the low, northwest winds at 10 to 20. Schoolcast for tomorrow. Kids, you'll have to go back if you had the day off today. 25 in the morning, 27 by lunchtime, 29 in the afternoon. A morning like this morning was another perfect example why it's good to have that first warned weather app. I know a lot of the schools send out their own messages anyway, but it's nice to see all of the announcements on our weather app, and you can get that for free in your app store.
It's a great tool. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
For more than 50 years, the Department of Defense has required military sites to use a specific firefighting foam that contains harmful forever chemicals known as PFAS. Now the DoD is updating their requirements to use foam without PFAS, and the new rules will extend to airports like the La Crosse Regional Airport. But as Anna Fisher explains, it's a federal change that could have happened sooner.
The people of the town of Campbell on French Island have been under a health advisory since spring of 2021. The cause? Water contamination due to PFAS. Airports like La Crosse Regional theoretically could have been using PFAS-free foam for years now.
The FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018 required the FAA to allow fluorine-free foams, but the FAA sidestepped that requirement by Congress and has been acting unlawfully as far as I'm concerned.
But the FAA was still using DoD standards for foam.
After October 5th of 2021, every civilian airport, they were all supposed to be using non-fluorinated foam.
But now, the DoD's requirement...
We're finally getting to the point where we see a light at the end of the tunnels.
There is still a problem. Foam suppliers now have to prove that there are no intentionally added PFAS in their products, and then the foam has to be tested.
And that certification process can take anywhere from 90 to 120 days.
And for Town of Campbell Supervisor Lee Donahue, who's seen residents living with contaminated water for years, slow progress isn't much progress at all.
We know that non-fluorinated foams work. We know that they are readily available, and it's just a matter of making that change.
Reporting in La Crosse, I'm Anna Fisher, News 8 Now.
And again, Congress required the FAA to allow airports to switch to PFAS-free foams by 2021, but that agency kept its standards pegged to the DoD military standards. Now the DoD's change takes away that barrier. Authorities are investigating the death of an inmate in the La Crosse County Jail. Staff discovered an unresponsive 28-year-old male around 2:35 this morning. Staff, the La Crosse Fire Department, and Tri-State Ambulance tried to resuscitate the man, but were not successful. Trempealeau County Sheriff's Office will investigate the death, and we will share more information as it's made available to us. La Crosse County now has an administrator in place. At tonight's county board meeting, Jane Claycamp was officially appointed to the position. The county admin spot has been open for months, and Claycamp was serving as the interim administrator after Steve O'Malley retired in August last year. She's been the associate county administrator for 7 years and says that experience will help her step into the new role.
Every single department head knows who I am. I know who they are. We've had long working relationships. So I feel like that is going to be a huge advantage as I come into this job. So I think that is probably the biggest advantage I have, is I've done the work, but I also know all the department heads.
Claycamp says her goal as she takes the top spot is to make sure everyone living in the county feels heard and respected. The United States officially hit its debt ceiling this morning. Now, the Treasury Department will begin taking what it calls extraordinary measures to avoid a default and to make sure the government can continue for several more months. Congress has the ability to raise the debt limit and has done so roughly 80 times since the 1960s, but hard-right Republicans say they refuse to do it again. Lawmakers have a few months to negotiate until the default, something that's never happened before. If it does happen, it could be catastrophic for the national economy. Well, 3rd Congressional District Representative Derek Van Orden is now a member of 3 different House committees. During a visit at a farm in West Salem, the freshman congressman gave an update on his first couple of weeks in Congress. The Republican was appointed to the Agriculture Committee, Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, and Veterans Affairs Committee. Van Orden and the other members of the Ag Committee will lead the development of the upcoming Farm Bill. He says one of the first tasks in creating that bill will be traveling across the country to speak with farmers about the issues they face.
I want to make sure that we have real input, real time, real input from real farmers to make sure that that serves everybody the best.
Proposed his first bills to enact a balanced budget amendment, give Congress members term limits, and ban Congress members from becoming lobbyists. The Wisconsin State Legislature has voted to put a constitutional amendment on the April ballot. The Republican-controlled state assembly got bipartisan approval for an amendment that would make it harder for violent criminals to get out of jail on bail. This amendment would require a judge to consider a defendant's criminal history and potential risk for public safety when setting bail. Right now, bail is only used to ensure someone shows up to court. Most Democrats say the amendment would cause more inequity in the justice system, but Democratic State Senator Brad Pfaff did vote to approve it in the state Senate earlier this week. And the amendment now bypasses the governor's office because governors cannot veto constitutional amendments. Wisconsin Republicans are pushing through another referendum for the April ballot, this one asking Wisconsinites about welfare laws. The referendum would mandate a work requirement for childless adults on welfare and will ask voters if they support the work requirement. Democrats are objecting to the question, saying it's already in state law, so there's no need to hold a vote on it. Republicans are calling for it to put pressure on Governor Evers' administration. Now, Governor Evers said he's perfectly happy to, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos said Governor Evers is perfectly happy to not have that work requirement in place so that other people don't have to, and it's not right. That's a quote from, again, Robin Vos. This is an advisory referendum, meaning it is non-binding and won't change state law. The law already requires people without kids who are getting unemployment benefits to look for jobs. Republicans have already passed work search requirements for other welfare benefits, but pandemic restrictions from the Biden administration is putting those laws on hold. Governor Evers and fellow Democrats this week argued the legislature should work to put an abortion referendum on the state ballot, which GOP leaders did not advance. La Crosse Assemblywoman Jill Billings today expressing disappointment in her Republican colleagues, saying the public deserves a direct vote on the issue. She says she will continue to support legislation to overturn Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban. Still ahead tonight at 10, new laws helping older Americans save a little more money in their pockets. 3 new rules now in effect to bring Medicare recipients some significant relief on the cost of their prescription drugs. And later, a mind-boggling machine. An engineering design firm has the latest prototype making literal leaps and bounds.
This is our community. And while the present moment may feel unpredictable, we are here to help you stay focused on the future. So stay safe, stay strong, and stay confident with Gillespie and Associates.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Cold weather and winter winds remind us that old windows and doors are not our friends. New windows and doors, expertly installed by certified installers, bring comfort, convenience, energy savings, and a great new look. Begin now in choosing just the right windows for your home. Order now and avoid the inevitable price increase in the new year. No worries about missing a promotion. The Board Store offers you the best possible price every day and any day. Contact us online or visit our showroom for a prompt free estimate on windows and doors or other home improvements.
Retirement is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make, so you need to get it right. At Gillespie & Associates, we'll design a plan so you can retire on your terms. I'm Private Wealth Advisor Tim Gillespie, and I'm here to help.
Three policies passed as part of the Inflation Reduction Act are now in effect to lower the cost of prescription drugs. For Medicare beneficiaries, monthly insulin is now capped at $35 a month. Drug companies will be penalized for hiking prescription drug prices higher than the inflation rate, and all recommended vaccines are now free. AARP officials say the cost savings are substantial.
We would sometimes hear about people who were paying hundreds of dollars for a vaccine. Now, people who take recommended vaccines, which include things like shingles or shots for tetanus or whooping cough, will be free for people who are in those prescription drug plans.
AARP says over 1 million Wisconsinites are on Medicare and about 60,000 use insulin. That $35 cap means savings of anywhere between $20 and $70 a month. If you're on Medicare and looking for more information, we've got a link posted at news8000.com. Emergency rooms in Wisconsin are seeing more kids having mental health crises. UW Health's Pediatric Emergency Department is tracking an increase in children and teens needing immediate psychiatric care. In 2012, they had roughly 15 patients a month. In 2022, that number was up to 40 a month. The greatest increase was in cases where kids were suicidal or having drug or alcohol overdoses. Doctors saw a greater increase during the pandemic when people were isolated, and social media isn't helping either. An emergency pediatrician from UW Health says social media isolates kids even more.
Despite feeling like you have connectiveness with other people, it's really like a false front. There's so much on social media that shows other people's lives are so great. And so when kids are struggling and they see that, it's really difficult to then self-process. If you're having a hard time and other people are having a great time, there's something wrong with you. And that's not true.
Statistics also show children of color and LGBTQ kids are more affected by the mental health crisis. Dr. Hurst says a way to help is to recognize that your child will mimic what you do. If your kid sees you constantly on your phone or on social media, they're likely to do the same once they get their own phone. So she recommends spending time together, going outside, and exercising. Anyone who is in a mental crisis can call 988. That crisis line number was launched just 6 months ago, but officials say the hotline has taken more than 2 million calls and texts. The nonprofit that runs the service says it's not a surprise. The CEO says what we're seeing is probably not an increase in need, but more people having easier access to the service. The Biden administration has invested nearly $1 billion into that hotline. Don't go anywhere. Still to come, a big change to a popular streaming giant's front office. Plus, T-Mobile customers, be sure to check your messages. You may be one of the millions who had their personal info stolen.
About the region, I've got a long list of snowfall reports to share with you with my 8-day forecast coming up after the break.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu only at Hardee's.
It's the weekend clearance at Drury's in Fountain. Incredible savings on America's finest furniture. We're clearing our showrooms to make way for fresh new introductions with hundreds of items reduced to their lowest prices ever. You'll save hundreds of dollars on top brands like Smith Brothers, Daniels Amos, and Flex Steel. Bedrooms, casual dining, sofas, even premium leather, all priced to go. You'd better hurry because you won't see furniture of this quality at these prices again. The weekend clearance, this weekend only, at Drury's in Fountain.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone, Ford F-150. Available with a Pro-Power onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for the Northland. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Now get 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on a Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at CooleyAuto.com.
LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors has been selling, servicing, and installing garage doors since 1964 and believe garage doors should be exceptional quality and craftsmanship. We guarantee to help you select a door to fit all of your needs. We offer a large stock inventory of CHI overhead doors, including residential, commercial, rolling steel, and high-speed doors. Visit our website and design the door of your dreams with CHI Door Visions. Get your free quote today.
Nothing tastes better than savings. Hardee's new 4 for $6 deal lets you mix and match your favorite flavors. That's sweet, savory, crispy, crunchy, or beefy, all for just $6. Rate your favorite combinations with our new 4 for $6 deal, only at Hardee's.
Your entry door is the first thing people see when they come to visit. Make it inviting. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. 782-8877.
T-Mobile says a hacker stole the personal information of 37 million customers. The company revealed the breach in a regulatory filing today, but the hack actually happened in November. T-Mobile says the hacker took users' names, addresses, emails, phone numbers, and dates of birth, but they didn't get their hands on social security numbers, credit card info, PINs, or passwords. Now, the phone company is in the process of letting customers know if they're affected. For the first time in more than 30 years, the USDA is increasing regulation of organic products. The new rules toughen up practices on production, handling, and sales. The agency is also putting more layers of protection around the organic seal. The new rule means more on-site inspections and certification for imports, also standardizes training and operations requirements for businesses and personnel. That rule goes into effect March 20th. Businesses affected will have a year to comply. Amazon is taking away the ability for shoppers to donate to charity with their purchase. The online retail giant is closing down its Smile program next month. It allowed shoppers to choose from more than 1 million charities, and Amazon would then donate a portion of the money shoppers spent to that charity. According to Amazon, the size of that list is the main problem. Even though the program's donated $500 million in the last 10 years, the average charity has gotten less than $230. That falls short of the impact Amazon originally hoped for. And more changes on the horizon for Netflix as the creator and CEO announcing he's stepping down. Reed Hastings will stay on as chairman. He says a succession plan is in the works. Now, Hastings founded Netflix back in 1997. Streaming service had a tough year, though, in 2022, losing subscribers and introducing ads for the first time. But changes appear to be paying off. Netflix said today it added more than 7.5 million subscribers during the last quarter of 2022. Time to switch it up, talk some snow totals with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Got 2 pages for you, Ken. In fact, multiple entries on a couple of these readings here. But as advertised, general 4 to 8 inch snowfall across our viewing area. Melrose, the big winner or loser, depends on if you like snow or not. 8 inches there, 7.5 in Cataract and just south of Sparta as well. Some higher totals coming in. Toma and also Rushford, Minnesota, 6.5 inches, 6.2 in Black River Falls, about 6 inches in Viroqua and Trempealeau, close to that in Hoka. Still no official total yet out at the La Crosse Airport, but 5 inches as of this morning around 7, 8 o'clock, probably another ½ inch today. So unofficially about 5.5 inches thus far out at the airport. Still some light snow scattered about. 5.3 in Osseo, 5 inches was a common number. Sparta, Galesville, Eau Claire, and Mauston all reporting 5 inches, 4.5 in West Salem. Prairie du Chien, 4 to about 5 inches. A couple reports coming in a little bit higher over the past couple of hours. So some very light snow falling in downtown La Crosse right now. So watch those roads. 34 and 30 the numbers for today. So still well above the averages of 27 and 10. That was the thing with this storm. Really no real cold air, and that's why it was kind of that heavy, wet, clingy snow once again. In fact, 0.41 inches of liquid with that 5.5 inches of snow So a very wet month of January, almost 2 inches of liquid. That is 1.2 inches above average. Again, we'll have those snowfall updates as we head into the midnight hour officially from the airport. 31 degrees with a light snowfall out at the airport. 20 degrees is what it feels like with northwesterly breezes, kind of blustery at 15 miles per hour, visibility at about 6 miles. Eau Claire, good evening to you. Light snow there as well, 28 degrees or flurries. Feels like 19 with a breeze out of the northwest as well. But again, note the lack of real cold air. A lot of times when these strong lows come through, they pull down some Arctic air, but that's just not the case. The coldest air is locked up north of the border still, so temperatures still in the upper 20s to lower 30s. And winds are blustery out of the northwest, 5 to 15, gusting to 20. So that's producing some wind chills in the teens and 20s across the region. So it feels a little bit colder out there, of course. A little radar tour showing some light snow showers from, say, Winona to La Crosse over towards, well, near and south of Toma. And some moderate showers, snow showers over Juneau and Adams counties, but pretty much all of La Crosse County and some snow shower activity. But again, this won't last long. It's quickly tracking to the south as kind of little bands of light snow showers and flurries continue to pivot around our departing low pressure, which is now over southeastern parts of Michigan. So Sky Tracker showing plenty of clouds, northwesterly breezes, those light snow showers or flurries probably through about 1 o'clock in the morning or so. Plenty of clouds in store for tomorrow, and get used to that. Next several days, we're going to see a lot more cloud cover than sun, but no major storm systems either. And our zone forecast for tomorrow showing highs in the upper 20s. So pretty close to average. Average high about 27, 28 degrees, and that's going to be the trend across the region. Even some mid-20s for highs as we head up to the north, right around 25 or 26. In Eau Claire. So for tonight, those lingering light snow showers or flurries, another couple of hours. Breezy, 24 for the low. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, seasonably chilly with that high of 29. And again, lots of cloud cover the next week or so, but no major storms, just some flurry chances on Saturday night. And another system tracking by to our south around Tuesday and Wednesday. We might get clipped on the northern edge of that, so we'll watch that one for you. But a little bit colder later next week with highs only in the lower 20s, especially by Friday, struggling to reach about 21 for a high. So it looks like this recent snowfall will stick around a little bit.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, big conference clash on the boys' side. Toma and Aquinas going head-to-head on the hardwood. And on the girls' side, some rivals squaring off for the second time this season. Rob's got it all next.
Now at Ashley, discover the luxury of a good night's sleep without the luxury price tag on some of our top mattress brands, including our Ashley Sleep line. Hurry into America's #1 furniture and mattress store or visit ashley.com for better sleep and savings. Only at Ashley.
Hey, you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Our weather is constantly on the move, and you can trust that the News 8 Now First Warn team is always tracking it. But we're not just here. When storms move in, the First Warn team gets moving in the Storm Runner. The News 8 Now Storm Runner puts you in the middle of what's happening with up-to-the-minute live reports, day or night. It's just one more way the First Warn team has you covered when it comes to severe weather. The News 8 Now Storm Runner, powered by Maury's VW.
At Ashley's Overstock Sale, you'll find everything you need to brighten up your home this new year. Plus, get special financing for 12 months. Visit your local Ashley store in Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska. And be sure to check out the Ashley outlet in Arcadia.
Feels good to be home.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Mother Nature messing with the high school sports schedule Thursday night, but don't you worry. We had some great matchups in the MVC, and a little bit of snow is not going to stop these two rivals from going head-to-head. Tomorrow night, it's the boys. Tonight, It was the girls' turn. Central and Onalaska scoring off for the second time this season. Riverhawks took round one, round two, living up to the hype. Second half, Brittany Maslivicek dropping in 2 of her 16 points on the night. Central goes up 26-22. Next time down the floor, it's the freshman Alana Simpson coming up big, switching home 2 of her 16, 6-point lead. Here come the Hilltoppers. Tatum Walters, good look from the 3 in the corner. She knocks it down. It's a 1-point game, but the Riverhawks respond. Maslivicek, the dime to Sine Thomas for the score. Central goes back up 3. It's 30-27. Onalaska looking to answer back. That 3's off the mark, but right place, right time for Anna Skemp, the senior, putting back 2 of her team-high 15. It's 32-all. The freshman quiets the crowd. Simpson stopping and popping. Riverhawks back up 2, but the Hilltoppers coming up big when it matters most. Ava Breidenbach for the lead. You bet. Onalaska goes ahead by 1. It was an absolute thriller until the final whistle, but the Hilltoppers take round 2 of the rivalry. They split the season series with the Riverhawks. Onalaska picks up the conference win, 45-40. Let's stay in the MVC, but head-to-head over to the boys' side. Conference clash at Aquinas. Blue Gold's hosting Toma first half. Walter Burns getting his squad on the board, knocking down the 3. But the Timberwolves had an answer, and his name is Tyler Kleifkin. What a performance in the first half. The junior couldn't miss from behind the arc. Didn't matter where he was on the floor. Kleifkin was automatic. That's 3 from downtown. How about a 4th from three-point land? Why not? Kleifkin, a one-man show early on. Toma up 7. Blue Gold's trying to battle back. Burns racing to a spot. His 3 is money. Aquinas cuts it to 1. But Kleifkin not cooling off anytime soon. Corner 3. Book it. Number 5 on the night. T-Wolves go back on top by 4, and they were hungry for more. Look at the hustle here from Toma off the miss. Ball is loose. Brian Thornton's there to clean it up. The hustle paying off for the Wolves. And you talk about hungry. This kid came to eat. Make it 6 threes for Kleifkin in the first half. Toma gets the big road win over Aquinas, 65-58. On to the pros. Timberwolves back at home looking to snap their 2-game skid, taking on Toronto. Raptors up big in the 4th. But here comes Minnesota, and it's D'Angelo Russell leading the charge, knocking down 3 after 3. And then check this out. When you're hot, you're just hot. Russell gets the roll here. Wolves cut the deficit to just 6. And then with the Wolves down 3, it's Anthony Edwards tying this one up. T-Wolves come all the way back, get a big win at home, 128-126. Let's hit the ice. Wild looking to make it 4 straight. They were in Carolina taking on the Hurricanes. Second period, Kirill Kaprizov buries one into the back of the net. Wild strike first. It's 1-0, but the Canes answer quickly. Less than 2 minutes later, Brent Burns going to the backhand. He finds the twine. That ties the game at 1. Still in the second, game still tied, but not anymore. Carolina takes advantage of the power play and takes a 2-1 lead. Then in the third, Canes just pouring it on. Jalen Chatfield with the wrister. Carolina goes up 3. Minnesota's 3-game win streak is snapped. Wild fall on the road, 5-2. Woo! That was fun.
I was going to say, did you have a fun time tonight?
I had an awesome time. I mean, Toma, that was a huge win, but I'm not going to say I predicted this. Last month, Timberwolves in Holman, down to the wire, a tough, heartbreaking overtime loss, but I feel like those kind of losses kind of build for moments like this later on into the season. You know what I mean?
I think so too. Yeah, and it's nice momentum for a school that hasn't won a lot of championships or conference titles like that. It's nice momentum for sure.
Absolutely, they were hungry, man.
Oh yeah, cool to see. Thank you so much, Rob. We'll be right back.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu only at Hardee's.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing.
Helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
The big game is just around the corner.
However, the big savings is going on right now here at Carl's.
Save up to 40% on major appliances.
Buy any 4-piece Samsung kitchen package and get 10% back. Plus, get your choice of this Samsung 55-inch TV or this amazing Samsung Freestyle video projector. Plus, you can save up to $500 on exclusive rebates. Carl's Big Game Sale is going on right now.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at CooleyAuto.com.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8, WKBT.
Nothing tastes better than savings. Hardee's new 4 for $6 deal lets you mix and match your favorite flavors. That's sweet, savory, crispy, crunchy, or beefy, all for just $6. Create your favorite combinations with our new 4 for $6 deal, only at Hardee's.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Valentine's Day is less than a month away, and not everyone is spending the holiday happy. So for scorned lovers, Brookfield Zoo near Chicago is offering to name a cockroach after your unpleasant ex-partner. For a minimum donation of $15, you'll get a certificate of naming that you can hang up for the holiday. The names will be displayed at the zoo on the infamous cockroach naming board. Submissions got to be in by February 6th, and since there are those who do appreciate these insects, there's also a Valentine cockroach option for the bug lover in your life. And here's something you might get a kick out of. One robot from a Boston engineering firm looks ready to take over the world. That is Boston Dynamics' latest demo of its humanoid called Atlas. In this demo, Atlas is tasked with bringing his human coworker a tool set. And just look at him get to work, taking a 2x8, laying it down, and then he's going to go all the way up this construct, eventually take a toolbox and literally toss it up to a coworker at the top of the scaffolding. So Atlas is a 5-foot-tall, nearly 200-pound robot. He's got feet to run and jump over tough terrain, grippers for hands that can pick things like a tool bag up. I mean, that is spellbinding right there. It sees with cameras in its head that build a 3D map of the environment around it. Now, Atlas isn't available for you to buy right now, but at the rate Boston Dynamics is making progress here, robot takeover may be sooner than we think. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Happy birthday to us. We are 100 years old and still looking good. All month, take 23% off all furniture and 12 months to pay interest-free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
102.7 WKBH.
Hey, it's Kelly Wild from Magnum Media, and I've been getting inklings. My wife Susie telling me that 102.7 WKBH is on all over the place. Well, now the results are in, and thank you very much. Out of all the radio stations in La Crosse County, you made 102.7 WKBH number 1.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
Right now, get a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit paired with hash browns for just $2.50.
Holman, Onalaska, and La Crosse. Cordell's Automotive is now even easier to find near you. Which location will you visit? Being family owned, we get what it takes to truly care for your vehicle the same way you care for those you love. Schedule an appointment and let us help you know you're safe.
Are you ready to make a change in the new year? At Your Home Improvement Company, we can help you turn your resolution into a reality. For bathroom remodels and energy-efficient windows, our team of experts can help bring your home improvement dreams to life. Act now for 10% off your entire project and get our great financing of 2.99% or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. So call or go online today and let's make your New Year's resolution a success. Happy New Year from Your Home Improvement Company, where it's your home made better.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up.
But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Happy birthday to us. We're 100 years old and still looking good. All month, buy a dishwasher or microwave and get the install for $23, plus 12 months interest-free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
For the low tonight, watch those roads tomorrow. Some leftover slick spots possible in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, and we'll see high temperatures tomorrow around 29 degrees.
Thanks so much, Bill, and thank you for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.